Hi guys, and welcome to another Off the Cuff. Apologies if there are any video issues today. I've tried a few things, but I think there's something wrong with my, software or camera or something. So, today we're going to talk about some irony. Some irony in the state of Oregon. And I thought we should start off by introducing, for those of you that don't know, this is Andy Ngo. So Andy is a conservative journalist, sort of provocateur, I guess you could call him. But yeah, he's a good journalist. He does good work, in my opinion. I guess if you're of a particular persuasion, you might not like him for whatever reason. But to me, he just gets information out that the mainstream sort of incapacitated media do not. He mainly covers Antifa, the self-proclaimed anti-fascist group that behave a lot like fascist thugs. And for that, he is rewarded with various things like milkshaking and beatings and more beatings, and the occasional book deal as well. Andy has covered a lot about Antifa. He still does on YouTube as well. He does it on Twitter, obviously in his books, and he reports for various journalistic websites. But one of the things he does as well is he shows the mugshots of these beautiful, beautiful people. Please, I have included some for your pleasure. So, enjoy. And as you can see, all of these people are wonderful, wonderful examples of human beings. You can tell just by looking. Now, you may notice a common theme with these young people, particularly in this picture. Yes, they are mostly under 35. There could be other things as well, but who knows. And one of these people, well, he came to an unfortunate end. And I mean that. Look, I don't wish death upon anyone, like however much of a knob they are. And, you know, who knows how much mental health. There's probably not a lot of mental health in all of Antifa combined. Particularly the ones that do the more extreme things like lobbing Molotov cocktails and killing police and, you know, those sorts of things. Especially if you end up homeless. It seems to be a little bit of a pattern that the younger homeless people that don't understand that when you're homeless you should conserve energy, they tend to get involved with groups like Antifa. And Antifa are happy to have them as well. You also end up with people that they get so sort of insanely deep into Antifa and the movement that they drop out of college and end up homeless. So it's a chicken and the egg scenario. But yeah, let me read to you about the unfortunate demise of our friend. Okay, so Antifa rioter identified as homicide victim found burned at Portland homeless encampment. Portland police have identified Antifa rioter Joseph Robert Sipe, 23, as the victim of a gruesome homicide in May, who was found burned at a homeless encampment. So we can see there a picture of another very healthy looking Antifa member and his method of demise. So Portland police have identified Antifa writer Joseph Robert Sipe, I'm just going to go with 23, as the victim of a gruesome homicide in May, who was found burned at a homeless encampment. On May 25th, police were called because a woman had spotted a human hand sticking out from under the wood in a fire pit at a homeless camp in northeast Portland. The hand turned out to belong to Sipe's cadaver. According to authorities, upon investigation, it was discovered that he had also been stabbed multiple times. The cause of death was ruled to be blunt force or sharp force trauma. Sharp force trauma? That's a new one on me. Police later found and apprehended Aaron David Christopher, 41, nearby in the 6500 block of Northeast Halsey Street. Christopher was arrested and charged with felony second-degree murder and felony first-degree abuse of a corpse over Sipe's death. Christopher pleaded not guilty and is set to go on trial in August 2022. Riot-related charges against Sipe were still pending at the time of his death. Sipe had been charged with 1 count of riot and 1 count of unlawful possession of a destructive device in connection with a violent Antifa riot on September 24th, 2020. The Portland riot was organized in response to a grand jury decision to pursue a lesser charge over the police-involved death of Breonna Taylor. She is inescapable at times, it seems, in Louisville, Kentucky. According to court documents, Sipe admitted to lighting the wick of a Molotov cocktail and then launching the device behind a line of uniformed police officers as cops moved along Southwest Main Street. He was initially arrested for 4 felonies, including first-degree attempted murder, first-degree attempted assault, first-degree arson, and possession of a destructive device. A federal hold was placed on him to avoid immediate release. All but the last initial charge were dropped. Right. And this is what we've seen, obviously, especially in Portland, and I think in Seattle as well, that they've basically just been letting them get away with stuff. A source with knowledge had told the Post-Millennial those charges were dropped because investigators couldn't verify the firebomb's landing spot. Really? So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you throw a grenade into a crowd, then you're throwing a grenade into a crowd. Like, whether it lands within the blast radius, whether there is a human in the blast radius or not, to me is doesn't really matter. So if we go back up, let's have a look. Aaron David Christopher. Okay. So he is 41, male, black, 5'8", 190 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. So yeah, I would guess that this is another homeless person. So yeah, a disappointing moment, I would imagine, for Joseph as he looked his murderer in the eyes. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully the video issues I've been having are not too much of a distraction. It seems like I can't go a day without losing something on tech or software, but fingers crossed I shall have some luck in the future. Anyway, thanks, guys, and I will see you soon.
Winston stopped writing, partly because he was suffering from cramp. He did not know what had made him pour out this stream of rubbish.